Welcome to the 10.1 video about right triangle applications, day 1. So first thing, as you can tell from the beginning of these notes, is this section is going to be all review. Make sure we practice all of our special trig right triangle applications, and then we'll get into some more tougher stuff in this chapter. So first thing with example 1, find x and y. There are many ways to do this. I do not have a preference which way you do. I will go ahead and show you both ways just so you can refresh your memory. So if this bottom angle is 30 degrees, that means the top angle, right here is 60 degrees. So I have a nice perfect 30, 60, 90 triangle. So 30, 60, 90. And there is a special ratio that goes with 30, 60, 90, which is L root. Whoa, my handwriting is horrible today. Hold on. Is L root 3 and 2L. And it's kind of a puzzle. You see where you have, and then you keep going. Well, I know across from the 90 degrees is a 100. So I know right here, across from the 90 is 100. So here's my puzzle. I know that 2L equals 100, which means L equals 50. So you then fill it back into our ratio. Under the 30 is L, well now it's 50. And then here is 50 root 3. Okay, so last part is just answering the question of what variable goes with what measurement. Well, across from the 60 degree is x. So looking in the 60 degree column, x would equal 50 root 3 because it falls in that column. Similarly, across from 30 is the y. So look in the 30 column, that means y equals 50. So that would be my answer. Now that is just one way to solve this problem. If you like 30, 60, 90 triangles, if you remember this special formula L root 3, 2L, it's a fabulous way to go. Now if you don't remember that formula, or you're not as good with special right triangles, you can also use trig. So I'm going to do a little bit of erasing so that I can use the same picture. But if I do trig, which is SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA, you just have to decide your angle of focus. So I'm going to make 30 degrees my angle of focus. Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. I'm going to start with finding x. No rhyme or reason why, but I'm just going to start with x. So that is a over h, because I'm going to use the 100 centimeters as my hypotenuse. So that means I'm going to do the ka of SOHCAHTOA, which is cosine 30 degrees equals x over 100. My adjacent side over hypotenuse. I like to always put this over 1 and cross multiply. X is going to equal 100 cosine of 30. So x in the end is 50 root 3. And I know this because cosine of 30 is root 3 over 2, if you forgot that. Now I have to do one more trig function to find y. This time I'm going to use opposite and hypotenuse, so that's sine, still of 30 degrees because that's my angle of focus, equals y over 100. Again, put this over 1, cross multiply, y equals 100 sine of 30 degrees. So y would equal 50. I know this because sine of 30 is 1 over 2. Okay, so either way is fine with me. Decide which one speaks to you at the moment. You can try one, use the other one to check. Kind of up to you. Then we're back to some application problems. We've done these before. So stuff with a ladder, leaning up against a building. Always know that these are going to be right angles. And it says a ladder is leaning against the side of a building, forms an angle of 50 degrees. So that's down here with the ground. If the foot of the ladder is 12 feet from the base, so I'm going to show it like this is my ladder up against a building. That should hopefully make more sense. If the foot of the ladder, so right here, is 12 feet from the base of the building, because here's my building, however you want, maybe put some windows on it. How far up the side of the building does the ladder reach? So I'm trying to find this distance right here on the building. How high up does the ladder reach? Here's my picture, first step, and now I'm going to use my trig functions again. So SOHCAHTOA. Always a good idea to use trig when you don't have a special right triangle. So if you don't have 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90, trig is the best way to go. This is my angle of focus. So this makes my opposite adjacent hypotenuse. Compared to example 1, I don't know the hypotenuse this time, so I'm not going to use it in my trig function. Instead, I'm going to use O over A, my unknown, over 12, which is tangent. So tangent of 50 degrees is going to equal x over 12. Just like before, put this over 1, cross multiply, 12 tangent of 50. And when you type this in your calculator, you should get about 14.3 feet. So that is how high up the ladder reaches. So again, this should be all review. If you have questions about this, please ask right away, because we will be building on this concept as we finish chapter 10. Good luck!